Good afternoon and welcome to Chatting Blues on what is really a sad day for the club and for football in general. I've learnt the passing of Trevor Francis earlier on this morning, and my condolences go out to his friends and his family. And may he rest in peace. Really sad news to start the video off with. So what I want to look at today is kind of um, some 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 positives and some negatives from the performance on Saturday. So it ended Cheltenham 2, Birmingham 3, and we'll get straight into the lineup. And what I want to do is have a look at the lineup. So it was pretty much a very similar kind of lineup. It was like a 4-2-3-1, really. They kicked off in a 4-4-2 with Dembele up there with Hogan, but soon Dembele dropped in, and as the game went on, Dembele and Anderson were just roaming and swapping positions, and it was causing the Cheltenham back line a lot of trouble, to be honest. But we'll start from the back. If you haven't watched my previous video on Ethan Laird, go back and watch that, because in this first half particularly, some of the strengths and his stats really went on to prove in this first half. There's some great play on this right hand side. Ethan Laird flying up that right wing there, and some good interplay with Jordan James, who again had another good game. I think the first goal come from it, actually. I think Blues. I think it may have been a cross. Goalkeeper punched it out, but we was all pushed up, and this was a theme throughout the first half where we wasn't letting Cheltenham have no time on the ball, and it was Sunic actually who was kind of up here and won the ball off the Cheltenham player, and it ended up with James and Laird made a lovely. Dembele would have been about there. Laird made a lovely underlapping run, and James picked Laird out again, got into that box, and this is something I pointed out in the Ethan Laird tactical breakdown, is his touches in the opponent's area, managed to get the ball across. Anderson arrived late into the box, chested it down and into the roof and the net. So, and again as well, this double pivot seems to be working really well. I did mention in the last video when Chang was playing in this position, Bakuna was, and what was happening again was we was playing out from the back, and it'd either go to Ethan Laird or it'd go to Longhello, or Bakuna would drop deep and pick it up, and then we'd play out again. Very, very, very similar, which is nice to see, instead of just hoofing it long. But we didn't have much option in this game, really. Scott Hogan's so small that we can't kick it long. But it's really nice to see Blues playing some intelligent football at times, and on the transition we look really, really quick, really good. We're seeing glimpses again from Dembele and Keisha Anderson. Sorry, before going further, can you do me a massive favour? Just hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. So I keep forgetting to say this. There will be more content coming as we get into the season. And just do me a massive favour and hit the subscribe button if you can. But yeah, Bakuna was picking out some lovely balls, some killer balls, and he was really unfortunate not to find Scott Hogan, because he was making some lovely runs. He was, kind of like getting into the channels, but he just couldn't get found, and he didn't have very many touches, to be fair. We all know Scott Hogan's a kind of confidence player. Sunic again had a really solid game. Looks a completely different player. But you do worry if Eustace gives him the chance, will he drop off as the season goes on? That's my worry with Sunjic, but he's had a great pre-season so far. Sanderson looks a bit rusty, his first 60 minutes of this new season. And he did go on to say on his Twitter that, that was his first 60 minutes. And, you could kind of tell. But, going forward, I haven't got many worries about Sanderson. The thing I have got worries about in Blues' back four or back five, whatever it may be, is we've got no left-footed centre back, and Roberts was playing on the left of this four here, left of the two centre backs, sorry, and you could just tell. And as far as Longelo, it's just I really worry about this position here. I really do. I said before that Longelo is definitely not a left back. He could probably play as a left wing back in a five, but he's more like a left winger to me. We got caught out numerous times again down this left, leaving Mark Roberts kind of like on his own, and I think it was Cheltenham's first goal. Longelo was nowhere to be seen tracking back, and we'll have a look. We'll have a look at the goals. We'll just go through the goals, Blues' goals, and we'll kind of pick the bones out of it. But again, Jordan James on this right hand side, so intelligent, finding space, good link up with Ethan Laird again. If Ethan Laird weren't making them inside runs, he was going on the outside. They just seem to have a really good cohesion to Ethan Laird and Jordan James. And I'm sure that's something John Eustace is going to deploy going forward into this season. Like I said, Dembele, we've seen like little sparks of what he can do. So looking forward to seeing him. Keisha Anderson now we've signed on a on a year deal, and very versatile. Someone who can take set pieces, and I think that's something we really missed out on last season was the set pieces, set piece taker, and because we had Hannibal last season, didn't we? And from corners you just couldn't seem to get the ball past the first man. So really nice to see someone who's capable of taking set pieces. So what we'll do now, we'll have a quick look at the highlights, and we'll go through it together. Now, from this kickoff, this was nice to see, and I don't know whether it was because Djukovic wasn't playing, but anyone who's been watching Blues for the last 3 or 4 years, it's usually Hogan takes the kickoff, it's back to Mark Roberts, and it's in the air, 3/4 of the way down the pitch. But it was nice to see. If you watch out, that's usually hoofed, but he's played it out to Ethan Laird. So, and there's Dembele on one of his little runs. Manages to get a shot off, but we did see glimpses of what Dembele can do, and this is what I was saying about Anderson and his set pieces. Look at the way he kind of dinks this in, and I think it's Bakuna who's at the far post, drifts in late and whacks it over the bar. But look at the technique on this. As long as my internet stays all right, should get a good view of this. Just like loops it into the air. Bakuna whacks it over the bar. Now I think this is Cheltenham's goal. Yeah. I think John Ruddy he can't see the ball properly. I think there's too many players in front of him, to be fair. Yeah, that's 1-1, Cheltenham 1-1. Now this is what I was saying about Ethan Laird getting up and down that right wing, that right side. And there's Jordan James. And this was happening against Northampton and against Cheltenham, linking up really well, really intelligent. Stands his man up, gets down, and again, if like I mentioned before about the stats on Ethan Laird and his touches in the opposing penalty area, he's in Cheltenham's penalty area. Beautiful cross, and we nearly score from it. Crosses into the box going in, and now this is where I was saying where we was pressing. As soon as Cheltenham got the ball, we was pressing, and this is Ivan Sunjic here, pressing your man into a mistake, really harrying him down. Look there. Now James picks the ball up. Now look at the run. Look at the run by Ethan Laird. Beautiful pass by James. Little chip into the box. Chest is down by Anderson into the roof of the net. Really good goal by Blues. And here's a replay. Chests it down really well. Great goal by Blues. And what I did notice was, and there you can see the rustiness of Sanderson getting turned by his man, and that left hand side being open again. Now this is Dembele picking it up on the left. Bakuna's come flying forward. He's drifted over to the left, if you can see him here. Yeah, that's Bakuna dragging his man out of the way. Anderson, James, and this is what Dembele can do. Little glimpses we're seeing now, just as we're getting into the season. Now this left-hand side, this is what I'm really worried about, is this left-hand side. If you can see Longelo caught out again, and he got caught out on numerous occasions, leaving Roberts loads of work to do, and he's not the fastest. Your man gets a crossing, and he's just steered it in at the near post. That is a worry, that left-hand side. Okay, lovely run again by Anderson. James picks it up. Now look at it, many options here. Ethan Laird again on this right-hand side. He could have squared it to Laird, but, if you don't shoot, you don't score. And he takes a shot on, takes a deflection, goes over the goalkeeper and a goal. What a pre-season Jordan James is having. You see the run there by Laird, but takes a shot. And I think he's been told, if we don't shoot, we don't score. And again, this is James. He's over on the left now. Really roaming around, James was. A lot of them was, to be fair. There was really, the positions were really interchanging. Short ball to Keisha Anderson. He has a look up. Puts it out wide to Ethan Laird again on this right-hand side. And I said it on my last video, this guy will be the standout performer, in my opinion. He's got so much to offer. Has a look up into the box again, squares it to Bakuna. Bakuna, one touch, puts it away. Great goal by Blues. And look, lovely pass by Laird. Really nice to see Bakuna playing again, and he was playing some really good passes. And this is the second half, and not much happened. And I have mentioned this before as well about the under-21s, that they're so way off the first teamers that it's not even worth considering. That's why Nico Gordon's been loaned out to Solly or Moores. Just not good enough. Not good enough. There's a massive gap between the first team and the under 21s or under 23s or whatever they're called. But no, I thought I'd upload a quick video. If you can, like I said before, if you like the video, subscribe if you're new. There will be more content coming as we get into the season. Videos like this, but probably more in depth. And we'll be getting opposing teams, content creators on, and having a chat before before the games, like on a Thursday. If we've got a game on a Saturday, it'll be on the Thursday, and then we'll dissect what happened on the Sunday, and we'll do a little video. But again, if you can like the video, subscribe if you're new, and hit the notification bell. All have a great day and keep right on.